Welcome friends to another video, and today I'm going to talk about the house of Azzaro, and this is Azzaro Fun Concentration Eau de Toilette. This is a fragrance that first became available on the market last year in 2019, and this is a very interesting summer fragrance, if you ask me. Very interesting for hot days, especially in mid-July or August, mainly because of the composition. And the composition is very simplistic, yet very good, and also this fragrance, for a fresh fragrance, manages to perform really great. This is the cardboard box. This is how it looks. Nothing fancy, nothing interesting, just your regular info. And this is how the bottle looks. Very interesting bottle, very elegant, very simplistic. But the thing that I really enjoy about this bottle is the very good atomizer, which sprays a lot of juice and covers a lot of surface. So, talking about the composition, we have a few notes. In the top notes we have blood orange. In the heart of this fragrance we have rhubarb and cassis, and in the base notes we have akigala wood. So it's very simplistic, but at the same time it does a really great job, especially considering that this is a very cheap, very affordable fragrance. And lately, in the last years, Azzaro has stepped up their game and managed to offer in their latest collections some really nice fragrances. And I'm talking about especially the Solarissimo lineup, which is simply beautiful, and in my honest opinion the best collection that came out from a designer house in the past years. What does it smell like? Well, I do find a lot of similarities between Azzaro Fun and a lot of other fragrances available on the market, especially orange-based fragrances. This one resembles a bit with Acqua Allegoria Neroli Bianca from the house of Guerlain. Also, you may find some similarities with Terre d'Hermès, but Terre d'Hermès Eau Très Fraîche, especially with that one, not with the original Terre d'Hermès, and a couple of other fragrances that are orange-based. But what sets this one apart is the inclusion of rhubarb and cassis in the heart notes, and also that interesting akigala wood note in the base note. The fragrance is quite linear. What you get in the beginning, you're gonna get until the end, and this isn't a bad thing, in this case at least, because this is a very fresh, very revigorating, very relaxing and uplifting, energizing fragrance at the same time, which is really great and works really great, especially in hot summer days when temperatures are really high and you need something that refreshes you, your body, and gives you a let's say oomph in energy. Beautiful orange note inside. Basically this is what you're gonna get from the beginning till the end. A very beautiful, very zesty, very effervescent at the same time blood orange note, but with a very beautiful rhubarb note also, which brings a bit of bitterness to the fragrance, to the orange note especially, which is already bitter because it's blood orange, but it manages to provide you with a very manly, very clean, very elegant, and at the same time very fresh fragrance, and simply works miracles during the hot summer days. The opening is very strong, it's very powerful. You get that blood orange, which is very zesty. It's almost gourmand. Then you get a very beautiful combination between the rhubarb and also the cassis, which is actually a liquor made out of blueberries. So you get a fruity accord inside this one also, but very subtle. And also you get the beautiful akigala wood, which gives the impression of a more, let's say, mature, manlier, refined type of fragrance, which, in my honest opinion, is simply beautiful. In terms of performance on my skin, Azzaro Fun is actually performing quite well. I usually get about 10 hours of longevity, with a very good projection for the first 2 hours. Then I get a moderate projection for at least 2 to 3 hours, and up until the end of the wearing I still get whiffs throughout the wearing. So it's not bad considering the price point, considering that this is a summer type of fragrance, a very fresh fragrance. I didn't have huge expectations, but what can I say? The quality is there for the money, and I don't believe that you're gonna regret purchasing this fragrance and adding it to your collection. Also, it's quite versatile. I see this one being worn also in spring and fall, and I do see this one being worn especially in let's say indoor environments, for example the office, when let's say summer is approaching. Also, I see this one being worn as a free time fragrance, but you can also dress it up a bit, but not to a formal, let's say, clothing, if you like, I don't know, important events in your life, formal occasions and whatnot. This is simply a free time type of fragrance. When you go out with your friends, when you go out to work, to the office, and you need to feel energized, revigorated, and it simply does the job. It's actually quite a dumb reach, if you ask me, when you don't know what to wear, when you don't have the time to test it out, to test out fragrances in your collection, to see which one works for you in that day and with the clothing that you are wearing. This is a perfect dumb reach, and it also attracts quite a lot of compliments. So what can I say? I paid for this one about 17 euros, if I'm not mistaken. Dirt cheap, if you ask me. So 17 euros for a 100 ml bottle. It's quite a bargain, and the other two fragrances in this lineup are also quite as cheap. But I do recommend to give it a try, to test it out if you have the opportunity, and if you like it, if you like the performance on your skin, if you like how it smells, then you can go ahead and purchase it. Also, I highly recommend that you give a try to Guerlain Acqua Allegoria Nerollia Bianca, which is a orange based fragrance. From the start point till the end. It's actually a trip around an orange tree, if you want, from the bark to the leaves to the flowers and whatnot. You may like that one also, and I highly encourage you to give a try to Hermès Eau Très Fraîche, which is absolutely amazing. This one gives me the same vibe as Eau Très Fraîche from the house of Hermès, although this one doesn't feature grapefruit in the composition. But there are some really strong similarities in the openings of these two fragrances. So it depends what you like, what you prefer, how much you are willing to invest. But in my honest opinion, Azzaro Fun is a worthy of acquisition fragrance. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Thank you for your attention. I'm going to see you in the next one. As always, be safe, be good.